Welcome back to Heaven's Well. I'm dear darling, and shall we continue unearthing the mystery of ancients? Ancients, why are you still helping me, NK? I'm not helping you. You are helping me. Right then. I'm not helping you. You are. There is a darkness coming, Aliya. And an empress is not an empress if her empire is lost. Interesting. There's an unforgiving place. Were there any other surfaces at all? None. This moon appears most rugged. There must have been something important about this place. Something that made this thing worth building. How would you say the site was, NK? It's before my time, anyway. The guardian of this place. We've seen this one before, NK. I think it's a sky god. Ooh, I caught it. What are you doing here? I didn't see a way up there. Why would you want to climb up there, Aliya and Six? Can you not see him from where you stand? We're just standing still instead of moving. I'm an archaeologist. If there's a god here, I want to find out what it thinks it's doing. But why must humans insisting on standing on things to understand them? Perhaps this path leads to the statue. Up here, NK, and don't complain. By all the waters. What is that? What on earth is that?
Path ended at the edge of an enormous crater, where a mountain had been plucked out like a rotten tooth, and something had been built across the wound.
What on earth is this? What are we looking at? I have no idea, Reg. Why are you so mean? Can you scan it, NK? Scan it? Scan for what? It is a hole. It's clearly not just a hole. Scan it for everything. Here is something, Aliya. The tiles lining its surface are a metallic pottery composite. A what composite? Metallic pottery. Heat resistant, reflective, conductive. Where do they even get enough metal for this crater? From a mine we found, perhaps? It is quite possible, Aliya. Where do we even go? I guess we'll go down the stairs and then walk around up to that building over there. I can't imagine we can do anything else, to be honest. This looks like a way down. Luckily it's a ramp so you can actually follow us, NK. Catch me if I fall, NK. And how do you propose I do that, Aliya and Six? Using my ready wit.
The metal ledge halfway down was wide enough for walking.
So sassy. Oh, look, there's text
Wide
here.
enough for robots too.
There's something at the centre. A cover? It looks like it has handles. A covered well? I can see this text here. Just look down, Aliya. Except, you should wait. What is it? I have found something. Gravity. You just discovered gravity? I should have dropped you out of an airlock like I did 5. I beg your pardon. 5 was saving my life. I needed the ballast to get away from a moon. Oh, that's not quite what I expected. Interesting, but gravity on this moon is also anomalous. Anomalous how? I've discovered that the gravity within the crater is lower than the gravity outside of it. Safe to jump then? Do not joke, Albereffian. Briefian. But there's no way I'd keep my balance on this slope if I tried to climb down. And there are some big holes to go sliding into. Unless we can find a section that hasn't shattered. I mean, that bit looks like it hasn't shattered. Oh. Marks on the surface. This metal is stained. Just a little, but it's there. As though something once grew on these tiles. What? But there's no water here. Interesting. Do you see that other non-shattered part? Oh, it's not shattered over there as well, I suppose. In fact, there's even more not shattered over there. Can we look at that text yet? How can the gravity be low? Is this dish some kind of machine? Some kind of, I don't know, lens? This dish is just as it appears, Pauper. A curved tiled floor. What's wrong with your attitude? Come on. But perhaps the moon's density itself is low. What's this moon made of? Don't tell me it's hollow. I will do a scan. Oh, there's writing around the rim. No, what? I can't. Well, I can see the symbols. I don't remember what they mean though. Is that palace? This one is a phrase run together. Welcome. Probably here. That's probably a different thing. Something here and be welcome. So it's like buried. Bury. So we know this is past, so without this it would be bury, to bury someone. And without this, so this is not moving, so landing, I suppose. None of these make sense. Arrive here and be welcome. Land here and be welcome? Land here? Is this a landing pad? For what? Okay, well let's go up here before we do anything else, I suppose.
The scale of the place was mind-boggling.
It is rather mind-boggling.
It must have been built by giants for giants.
Why is our stamina dropping? Walking up a ramp? Come on, Aliya. Not that I'm in much better shape, probably. Oh, the air is so thin here. Take your time to recover, Aliya. Evidently, it's clear this place was intended for robot workers. There's definitely something inside here. Huh? Equipment? It just looks like crates. It's hard to make out. Amadou claimed he saw corridors for the machines. Did he find a way inside that we haven't? He was simply lying, Aliya Alisra. This looks like a door. It looks like a lot like the ones we saw in the Steel Empire mine, only it won't open. I mean, there's a button there. It's exactly like the turret we saw before. What turret? On the Steel Empire mine. It must be from a similar period. Is this some kind of mechanism? I can't see how to work it. Just lights. Please stand aside. The locking mechanism is internal and magnetic. There we go. Don't need to force the door open with anything. There. And I've taken the precaution to melt the contact so it stays open. Thank you. Just like the panels in the Steel Empire mine? Indeed. Do you have all of Six's memories? I don't know. I can't tell.
A dark, cramped space, stuffed with metal and pipes and wires. It was like I'd turned into an ant and was now crawling around inside the robot.
Interesting comparison. Some kind of control panel. Like those in the mine as well. Oh, there's something written here. Oh my word. This one is several words, unsurprisingly. Oh my god, this is so long. Okay, so presumably that's order. Mechanicals, that's not going to be mechanicals, that's going to be like robots or something. Where does shows? We? It might be mechanicals. Watch, I don't think it is mechanicals. Maybe it is? Okay, interesting. There we go. I knew it wasn't mechanicals. I'm convinced my translation for watch is correct now. What do you think this hook thing means again? I forgot. Oh well. So this is like find, but without that bit. We don't know what this bit means. We don't know if order is correct. Order of something to do with robots. Order, we watch. This is a noun. Darkness. This must be darkness because that's light and that's noun and it's not light. Maybe it means it's a preposition of some sorts? No, this means at. Wait, what does this mean? I don't know. Could this be order? It's definitely not watched. It's not at. I don't think it'd be give. It's to do a lead, so yeah, that seems to make sense to me. Something to do with robot. Order of something we watch darkness. Could merchants? Would this be merchants? I don't think it's got anything to do with merchants. Little. Buy? This could be buy? Like via. So finding could be, I don't know what this is. Whatever this means is verb, and maybe like discover, by light or something. So by order of something we watch darkness. Masters? This is like robot, person, robot. We don't know what this means. Movement, person, verb. Okay, so this is just a word that we don't know yet. I think it must be masters. Give is related to give. Why is it related to give? We don't know why this means, what this means on its own. But that's my guess. By orders of masters we watch darkness. That makes sense to me. That was long. That's exactly what I said. This place was clearly abandoned. No disaster, no destruction. Whatever it once was, it became obsolete. Can't work with switches apparently. We can go upwards or we can go through here. Let's go upwards first. Let's see what's up here. Ramps. This site wasn't managed by humans at all. Look at it. It's beautiful. Can you imagine ships coming to rest here? Like flies on a flower. Or flies on a loudspeaker. Someone oversaw the site from here. But oversaw what? Can't have been a good job. It's uncomfortable. Cramped. I mean, a robot do it, but robots do not care. Exactly. Some kind of tripod. Oh, another one of these. There was something here once. And an instrument of some kind. A telescope, maybe? It's a wrong shape for a winch. Angled to look at the centre of a crater. Or else tilted up to the sky. Impossible to say for sure. But I've seen this kind of tripod before. Yeah, it's the same as the one on the Janiqui's moon. On the roof of a hermitage near Mayasi. That's exactly what I was thinking. If only maybe if we didn't give away our telescope, we could have put it there. Oh, but there's actually one up here. Convenient enough. Some kind of lantern. Definitely not a flagpole. No ropes and no fittings for any ropes. Evidently it's a signal mast, a beacon, for sending something somewhere. Morse code. Iox has a similar one for sending messages. Where does a mast send to, NK? Why don't you wait, Albereffian? Yes, I believe I can deduce that. But it is hardly accurate enough to pinpoint a target. You gonna tell me? You can also tell me about that thing you scanned before, like when you scanned the moon, but you didn't do it. This one's not empty. A telescope? The ladies in grey on Elbereth had a telescope on the roof. They encouraged us to look at Iox through it and dream. So this place is an observatory. Was a ruin near Mayasi an observatory too? The locations are interesting, Aliya. Separated, but aligned. They suggest a triangulation. We know Remba found a telescope on the crashed ship. Another one on the ruin near Mayasi. We found one more. Triangulation of something. The data is indeed thin. What would help? Probably the telescope. More telescopes, Jester. A triangulation requires 3 or more points. If we assume the scope aboard the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Albereth, just wait, Aliya. There's something down there as well, but we'll look at it afterwards. Let's see now. What do you see? Oh! There's no eyepiece. What's the use of that? This looks like it comes free. Maybe we can find one. It has been inscribed, Aliya. I can hardly see the glyphs, they're so tiny. This is a long sentence. Hopefully it can enlighten us for some new things. So that's obviously rivers. It's probably nebula. Probably through. Seems like a new word. We. And we. We don't have a plural your? Really? I mean, this is clearly this is one word, so it's not going to be that. We've never seen this word before? Are you serious? Huh. Okay, well, we clearly got something wrong. What seems most wrong? Perhaps this is wrong? Perhaps that's wrong? Oh no, we just didn't put follow down. There we go. River's something through. That's a lot of symbols, but I think it must say through. What a weird word. So it's a verb. It's a verb of a place. Rivers turn. It should be movement related because it's got this here. So rivers turn through. Wait, hold on. What? Rivers turn through nebula, and we follow them. It's got to be them. It's yeah. I could still change my mind, but rivers turn through nebula, and we follow them. Something painted. I don't know how we can see it from up here. Best. I guess we don't have enough information for this one. I've not encountered any of these words anywhere else. That's a lie, but I can still make some guesses. So it's something to do with us, and it's definitely not merchants. Could be a preposition. Like or. Is that a preposition? I don't think that's the right definition. This is like give. Remove? I feel like it would have an X though. Record? Sell? Remove something? We think this is best. Why do we think this is best? Because we think there's a lot of things. Oh, these are adjectives, aren't they? This isn't time related, so it's not before. It could be only. Only best. Record only best. Sell only best? What? I think we've seen. Okay, let's think. Is it honesty? It's not. It's obviously not honesty. It's obviously remove, record, or sell because it's a verb. We've had something relating to a price before, and I feel like it would have given us as a related word if it was sell. To remove, I feel like it should have an X in it, like a negation somewhere. So record only best. That seems a bit weird. I don't understand what that means. Okay, let's do that for now. Record only best. That will do for now. I'm not sold on it, but is this it? The observatory that Rembo wanted me to find? It's possible, Alberethian rat, but there is nothing here. Why are you so mean? I also just realised I'm giving you Six's voice, which is incorrect. Does this work? NK? I don't think so. Aww. So what is this place observing? The rivers? Nothing else seems plausible to me, child. I hope this isn't Remba's observatory. If it is, then I'm definitely missing something. There's nothing here. Well, let's go down to the one door we haven't looked at yet. And see if there's something past there. If not, we'll try and get down into the centre of the hole, I guess. These doors seem stuck. I can get my fingers in, but they won't budge. The power to that section appears to have failed. Can you divert more power that way? I'm not some kind of plumber. Oh, you're doing nothing then, I guess. NK, can you operate this? That one controls the temperature of a floor, Aliya. This one, however, appears more interesting. Why would you need such a big thing for controlling temperature? Can you work it out? I already have. Why is your hair constantly blowing in the wind? There, I've activated the panel, but I see no change. Maybe the power's gone? Maybe it opened the door upstairs? Maybe it opened the thing over there? No, I don't see any difference there. Aliya? Yes, NK? I have a result. What kind of result? Scanning the moon? The triangulation of a telescope's algorithmic fool that Remba found, assuming they were recording devices transmitting data to each other and to a central source, assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of a nebula from many angles while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. I believe I found Remba's observatory. It's far further than we have ever been. How far is this observatory, NK? Significantly further than the air tanks of a Nightingale would allow. Oh. I was trying to see if a crater opened up. Surely something happened by operating this. But we've got nothing else to interact with. Let's not leave quite yet. Let's check upstairs. Maybe that's got power now. Maybe we missed something else around here. If I may see the device, Cretin. Here it is. Cretin. Indeed, most interesting. So, what is it? It is a recording device. There's a Rebesque foil at its apex. Can you read it back? No, Aliya. I have a foil inside me, but there's no common language. But I can guess. Let's hear it. A guess is better than nothing, perhaps. If this device is a telescope, perhaps it has been recording the movements of the sky. That seems like a pretty decent guess to me. So I drink some water. I'm thirsty. There must be something out here we missed, surely. What did that panel do? Perhaps there was a telescope device in stand on the roof near my sea. Perhaps Janiqui took it. That might imply our telescope contains extractable data. No, I guess not. I guess we just have to go down into the crater. There's nothing else for us to do here. At least I can see no change within everything. So I can't figure out what that operation panel has actually done. Can't see any wires leading to and from it either. Is there anything around this side, perhaps? Perhaps we can look in this window a little bit. I mean, it seems like there's a room there. Hello, little lizard. I guess we'll climb down into the centre. Try and get down into there. What is this place? We know it's run by robots. Some kind of recording station. Observing the rivers. The crater itself is most likely a dock. A place for ships to land. Why couldn't we land our ship here? The low gravity of the crater helped ships to take off from here. We should leave now. If you would like me to activate the hopper now, I will. I want to get down to the centre of the crater first. So, I mean, can we slide down here? I mean, this part has no holes. Come on. The section of the slope looks intact. No gaps between here and the lower level. I could slide until you reach a bottom, Aliya, where there is a sizable hole. Let's do it. Well then, I'll float down. You coming? I will follow. On my treads. Here goes. By the goddess. Hey, she made it. Made it. You just climbed down that vertical wall. Presumably what the control panel opened up this crate for us. Not this crate, this thing. NK, it's warm. Aliya Elasra, please. It's not zapping me, NK. Not yet, Alberethian. Her gravity really is low. I feel like a child again. Right, but what is it? I cannot tell, Aliya. It resembles a well. But I do not believe there is a wellspring anywhere here. Well, let's pull away the cover. Let's see if I can. Nice. An opening, fool. Opening. Let's maybe look down first, after we question onto what? I have no idea. But it appears to descend for some distance. How far down do you think it goes, NK? I cannot say, Aliya. Can you shine a light down there? After a fashion, Aliya, sir. Crystals, woo. It's lined with iolite crystals. Maybe that's what causes low gravity? The same as the crystals on the board the crashed ship, remember, dug up. I can't speak. Well, let's go. Let's see where this goes. Do not move, Alberethian dog. If you attempt to annihilate yourself by entering a vertical drop, I will hopper you immediately. And if you are falling, I might only get half of you. Alright, let's not do that then. Slisset. Puny human. Step away. Alright. Alright, alright. I mean, I don't want to die. Finally, rogue. Your obedience is appreciated. Your attitude is not. Did you say obedience? I'm not obedient. Ha. I just want a closer look. We went to all the trouble to get this thing open. No, Aliya. I will stay right beside you, and I will not change my mind on this matter. Please. Let us return to the upper ring level. Away from temptation. Oh, painted symbols. There's a few words in this one, unsurprisingly. That's not waters, that's rivers. Flows? Might not be flows. Towards... No, it probably is flows. Something of something. Are we missing a word? Am I going crazy? Nothing else fits here. What? Oh, I'm dumb. I can add my translation for flows to a dictionary now, that's good. River flows towards... Something or waters. Probably junction, if this is to do joining. This is connection, but we don't know what this is, and this is a movement of some sort. It's probably not bottom. I think we've seen an underside thing, right? River flows towards junction of waters. Water rising from below ground. This hatch couldn't have contained an upriver, could it? It's conceivable, Aliya. If there was an upriver here, does that mean there's water after all? Perhaps there's a wellspring directly below the opening. The water was directed into the river rather than saturating this moon. Is there anything else for us to look at? Surely we must be missing something about that observatory. If this crater really had an upriver under that hatch. NK, that raises so many questions. Where has the river gone? Was it artificial? Can you make a river divert one? Did the ancients make the nebula using uprivers? Could we change it for ourselves? I can't tell you, Aberthian. If there was an upriver here, then what was the hatch for? Why was it closed? So that people could land, presumably. Fascinating, Aliya. Closing off a river. What would that even mean, NK? To close off a river. A river is water and force line. The force line would remain, but without the water it cannot be sailed. Still, the water would have to go somewhere. But where would it go? Why do you look so concerned? Oh. Perhaps the crater was flooded. That would explain the moss we saw. I don't think a river was controlled in order to harvest moss to gutter at, but perhaps the water was used elsewhere. Another river, perhaps. Or a farm. Did our ancestors really have a power to control the shape of a nebula, MK? That's incredible. But how does such a power get lost? Robots, Aliya? This was clearly operated by robots. The process of controlling the river automated until the process was forgotten. Then the robots were removed, the process was lost. Seriously, how does your head stay up like that the entire time? What's this angle? Let's go then. There's nothing more here. Back to the ship, Aliya. I can simply hopper us if you prefer. Back to the ship. Let's do it. I don't think there's anything left for us. I don't see what else we can learn here. Stand still, Aliya Alestra. I think maybe there's a way to get to the other room, but I don't know how to do it, so... How long has it been? It's been 32 minutes, oh my word. I suppose we'll round off this episode here, provided there's nothing going on the ship. Aboard the Nightingale. A strange find, that crater. Some kind of landing bay for ships. Perhaps a place for doing repairs and refits. Perhaps Aberthian. It is hard to say. It's very old. I think we'll round off this episode there then. So, who knows what's going on anymore. If you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Heaven's Vault, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.